What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let's do a little recap over our free picks from yesterday. So yesterday was a 3-2 day, not the day I was hoping for, man. So we had Paolo Banchero points and rebounds that chalked us, which Banchero shot like 20%. So obviously no chance on that one. We had Josh Allen passing yards, which also chalked us, and that one was pretty rough. And then we had Vucevic PRA cash, Kawhi Leonard, PRA cash. And then we had Joshua Carty, field goals made, which cashed us as well. So overall in the free picks, it was a winning day. Makes us 7-3 in the last 2 days, which isn't great. 70% hit rate on the props. Hopefully we can continue to have a good day. Hopefully today's at least a 3-1 day at worst, because I got 4 picks today. So yesterday in VIP, it was about a break-even day. It wasn't anything special. We didn't have a great day at all, but it wasn't bad either. We did catch this Jordan Poole, Wendell Carter play. It was almost a 3-unit play over on CHALKBOARD. I've been kind of doing this on CHALKBOARD. I've been kind of playing more units on one play for a lower payout and just going for bigger wins. And it's been working for me. I've cashed for like 4 of the last 5 slips that I've done this way. So 200 for 380 there cashed. Cashed this one on Sleeper. Andrews and Allen over here, $75 for 219. We cashed this on Parlay play. It was Giannis and Fox, $75 for 150. And then this one, straight from the free picks, had our man Vucevic and we had Carty. Took them both together and made it $75 for 191. So the Vucevic wagon strikes again. He has been cashing us out, man. He's like 9 of the last 10 free picks he's cashed us. Can't keep. I know I had a comment saying that some of the plays are a little repetitive, and I'm not trying to be repetitive, guys. I'm just trying to pick winning plays. And Vucevic, if he's going to cash us every day, I mean, if you want to just assume I'm picking Vucevic every day, you can. But there's going to be days I don't pick Vucevic. Like, I'm not playing Vucevic today. I'm not going to. He's on a back-to-back. Both of him and the Clippers are on back-to-backs. Zubac's on a back-to-back. Both props are still regular price. That could be a good game to target. I might sprinkle some a little there, but I'm not taking Vucevic as a free pick because I don't love the play. So anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. But I am going to pick 2 winners in this video for free VIP, and if we can get 250 likes on this video, I'll pick another comment down below to win a free month. So make sure you guys smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and let's make sure you are subscribed. You gotta be subscribed to win, and let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday. So winner from yesterday's video, the first one is gonna be for It's Skills, who said happy birthday, bro. Really do appreciate it, Skills. It was my birthday yesterday. Your boy just turned 30. Yes, the 3-0. It is it's a devastating time for me right now. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I was hoping to get that birthday sweep, but it didn't happen. But appreciate it, Skills. Send me a message, dude. You got a free month of VIP. And let's go ahead and pick winner number 2. So winner number 2 from yesterday's video is going to be for Zavi Cash. You said VIP me. Well, Zavi, you got a free month of VIP, man. Send me a message on Discord. I'll get you added, and I appreciate the love and support from everyone. If you do want to get every single play that we post, head on over to our WAP or our Patreon, whichever one you guys do prefer. Link for both is down in the description. You get every single play that we post, and you get the exact slips. You get a list of our lineups, so you can make your own plays. Totally up to you, whichever one you guys do prefer to do. We have probably like 50-50 on each. Some people like to tail certain platforms and then make their own picks on those platforms if we don't have more than 2 slips or whatever. But anyways, you can do it any way you want. But link for that is down in the description. We'd love to have you guys in there. If you guys do want to join our free Discord, it is free to be in the Discord. We do have a free section. Join the community, guys. Ask any questions. We'll try to answer them. We'd love to have you guys there as well. But can't get a free month for signing up for any partnered app. Those do include Parlay Play, Underdog, Sleeper, CHALKBOARD, or Better. If you sign up for any of those 5 apps, you get a free month. They are stackable. Just let me know if you guys signed up. Send me a screenshot of your deposit with our code, and we'll get you guys added. But anyways, let's jump into these picks, guys. So like I said, we got 4 plays today, all for NBA. NBA slate starts a little bit early. Starts at 12 p.m. I meant to have this video early. I set my alarm for 4:30 this morning, meant to get up, and I didn't even think my alarm went off. Apparently it did, because my wife told me it did. So apparently I turned my alarm off. So unlucky on that one, because I woke up at like 7:30, and that's like, I don't usually sleep past 5 a.m. for the most part, and it kind of bothers me, man. It feels late, like almost 8 a.m. right now. But anyways, let's jump into these picks, guys. So first pick of the day is going to be for our man Jalen Duren. Now, I took Jalen Duren in one video in the past this season, and he chalked us hard. So I told myself, unless I like to play a lot, I wasn't going to take it. I'm going to risk it with our man Jalen Duren one more time tonight. So I got Jalen Duren over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So Jalen Duren, 20.5 PRA. You can get it on Prizepicks. You can get it on Parlay Play. I'll pull it up over here as well. Jalen Duren. And this app is called Platform. This app is called Platform. This app is called Parlay Play. This is the one I've been playing a ton of, guys. If you guys want to join with our code, you do get a free month. Highly recommend it. Links down in the description for Parlay Play. It's one of my favorite platforms right now. It has the best value, better value than almost any other app for almost every single play. There are some plays you can find better on Chalkboard and Sleeper, but I'm just throwing it out there, guys. It is here if you want to sign up for it. But Jalen Duren, 20.5 PRA. I'm pulling it up on OUTLIER over here. So Duren, PRA. He has cashed this in 8 of his last 10. So Duren has been hot as of lately, man. He's cashed it in 6 of his last 7, which is a pretty good hit rate. He hooked it that one game versus Brooklyn versus the Nets. So he did have 20 that game. 27 and 34 his last 2 games versus Phoenix and the Pacers. So 2 fast-paced teams are decently fast-paced. They are playing at Houston tonight. So this matchup is going to be a little bit tough. So looking at Houston's stats, they do give up, they are a top 10 defensive team in terms of points, rebounds, and assists. So they're not giving up a ton of stats. If you go to center position, 1st in points, 7th in rebounds, 2nd in assists. So to the center position, they don't give up a lot. So yes, that part is going to be rough for him, man, Jalen Duren. Looking at history, he has cashed his last 2 games versus Houston. Now, they are both from last season, both from last January. He had 27 and 26, played around 26 minutes on average, 22 minutes in one game. Sorry, which was a blowout. And then he played 31 minutes the next. So this season, he's averaging right at 25 minutes. His last 5 games, he's played about 26 minutes. They're going to need him here tonight. Looking at injury news, Jaden Ivey's the only one out for the Pistons. Rockets are missing Jabari Smith. Amon Thompson is going to be game time decision as well. But anyways, I like to play for our man Jalen Duren. I am going to pull him up over here on Props Madness. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to look that good. I'm just going to throw it out there. We just saw that Houston's a top 10 defensive team in every category, so they're probably not going to give up many stats to the center position and points allowed either, but we'll look at it real quick. So we're going to click our man, is he not even on here? Okay, Jalen Duren, there he is. We're going to look at the season shot chart, and you can see the opposing opponent's defense. Every single, and they just added a new button, or am I confused on that? So you can see all the red. You can see that in the paint, Houston gives up pretty much middle of the pack and everything, which is where they give up the most stats. Duren shoots 84% from under the rim. The other 15% is still in the paint. So honestly, matchup-wise, this looks really good. I did not know I could click this. I did not know I could click this versus, and you can look at both. So 84% versus 12th, 15% versus 19th. So that's actually kind of cool. It's still in the yellow for both of these. I would assume that would be green for some of it, but maybe not, maybe not. But anyways, so still looks pretty decent from Duren. Matchup don't look that bad in terms of season shot chart. If you look at similar players versus the Rockets, 1 of the last 5's cashed, which is bad. If you go by position, 7 of the last 15. So almost 50% has cashed in terms of by position. But I'm risking it with Jalen Duren. If you want to fade it, I don't blame you. This play is a little bit risky, but he's cashed 64 or 62% on the season so far. He's averaging almost 22. I'm going to risk it tonight, and I think they're going to need him if they want to win. And cashing 80% of his last 10, 12 of his last 20. I like the odds here, or the value here, so I'm going to lock in Jalen Duren, 20.5 PRA as our first pick. Jumping into our second pick of the day, I'm taking it back with one of our wagons, man. It's going to be for our man Walker Kessler. Now, this game could get ugly. They're playing in New Orleans. This is versus the Pelicans, at home for the Pelicans. This is like a minus 11-point spread for the Pelicans to win, which is absolutely crazy odds, man. Like, looking at the Pelicans, dude, Pelicans have not been that good. We got Zion, or they have Zion back now, but they still have not been that good. So having a minus 11-point spread, you got to look at the Jazz and be like, something is up with the Jazz. And they are something up with the Jazz. The Jazz are missing about every single player they have. So Jordan Clarkson's out. John Collins is out. Lauri Markkanen's out. Colin Sexton is out. Pretty much every starting player they have is going to be out other than Kessler. So looking at that, yes, it is going to be a tough game for the Jazz. Now, that being said, that's going to lead to a lot of usage for our man Kessler as long as this game stays close. If you look at Kessler, he's cashed it 6 of his last 10 games. He did miss his last game versus Charlotte where he only had 19, and his minutes were at 27. So he played pretty much normal minutes. It wasn't quite as many as he has in the past. You can see he's been playing around 30, so wasn't having a good game, so obviously didn't keep him in. He's only cashed this number 15 of 32 on the season at 23.5 points and rebounds. So looking at Pelicans PR defense, they give up 25th in the league in points, 27th in rebounds, so a bottom 5 defense or bottom 7 defense in both categories. If you go to center position, 23rd and 28th. So one of the bottom 3 in rebounds is still bottom 10 team in points allowed as well versus the center position. So matchup-wise, really, really good versus the Pelicans. If you look at Kessler on the season, he's only cashed this 15 of 32 games this season. He's averaging 22 points and rebounds, which looks bad. If you go to games without player, you can just literally click marketing, and he's cashed without marketing 5 of 7 this season, averaging 26. And then if you go without Clarkson and marketing, he's cashed 5 of 6 games, and this is 83%. He only missed that last game versus Charlotte. So there's also obviously a lot more players. If I click all of them, there's not even going to be any head-to-heads. I think maybe the last game might be a head-to-head, or not a head-to-head, but it might be a game where they were all missing, where he only had 19, so it still looks bad. But overall, man, our man Kessler has been cashing us out, and I like this play. 23.5 is not that high for I think his line was higher than that the other day versus Charlotte. But anyways, I like to play. I'm going to lock him in. Looking at his field goal attempts, he's only averaging 6.5 field goal attempts on the season. Can't see a lot of some of these games he's having 10 or 11. He should get a decent amount of shot opportunities tonight, especially versus the Pelicans, especially missing all these players. So Walker Kessler at 23.5 is something I've got to lock in. If you don't want to play it, you can't. You don't have to. But I do think it's a good matchup for him. We're going to click Jazz versus Pelicans here. We're going to pull the season shot chart up for us. So clicking Kessler, we're going to look at we'll look at both individually, then we'll look at the versus. So Kessler, 85% of his shots under the rim, other 13% still in the paint. So close, pretty much going to be any type of close-up shot. Kessler's going to be taking it. Opposing opponent's defense, they give up 29th in the league in points allowed under the rim, which is second to worst, or one of the worst in the league, one of the bottom 3. And then they give up bottom 3 in corner threes. Obviously, Kessler, all right, this is actually kind of funny. I assumed Kessler's was 0%. Kessler has a 2% shot from corner threes, man. So Kessler might take one there tonight, might drain it. So we might get some luck going on in our favor there. Going over here, you look at opposing, or look at the versus, it's going to be green for under the rim, which is 85% for Kessler, which is perfect. It's going to be orange in the paint, and then still yellow over at the corner 3. So overall, this matchup looks really good for our man Kessler. Look at similar players versus the Pelicans. 3 of the last 7 is cashed versus the Pelicans, which is 43%. By position, 8 of 15, which is 53%. So overall, everything looks good for our man Kessler. Hopefully this game stays close enough for him to cash us out. I've got to lock him in, and I think he's going to cash. So Walker Kessler over 23.5 points and rebounds is going to be our second pick of the day. So before I said that prop, I'm not sure if I actually said which prop I was taking. Maybe I did. I'll just have to go back and check. But it is 23.5 points and rebounds. So, ooh, it just got bumped. All right, so 24.5 makes things a little bit different. It was literally a 23.5. You can get his PRA at 25.5 as well. That's tragic, man. I still think he cashes 24.5 if you want to risk it. You could maybe wait it out and the other prop might come back. They had both listed. So they had Kessler 23.5 at 1.77x, and then they had 24.5 at 1.87x. So they had Parlay Play had both choices. They took away the 23.5. So it could come back. If not, I'm still going to lock it in at 24.5. I actually haven't got to lock in 23.5 yet either. So 24.5 is still okay in my opinion. I don't like it as much, obviously, but we'll see what it is on Prizepicks. I'm pretty sure it's 24.5. So yes, 24.5 on Prizepicks as well. So if you want to wait it out and wait for 23.5, you can. You can probably get it at 23.5 on CHALKBOARD for a little bit less payout if you wanted to do it that way. It's totally up to you guys. 24.5, I think he's going to cash this anyway, man. I do think he's going to get that extra one, but I might wait just a little bit and see what happens. But Walker Kessler, we'll put 24.5 points and rebounds as a free pick. If he chalks 24.5, I'll consider it a chalk. Even if he gets 24, I'll consider it an X. But I do like Walker Kessler tonight. I think Kessler is going to have a good game. And if you guys do decide to buy the line down, obviously it's going to be a little bit safer. But anyways, that is going to be our second pick of the day. Jumping into our third pick, it's going to be for the wagon himself. And this is kind of sarcastic because it's Mark Williams. He hasn't been a wagon, but dude has been killing it this season, or the last few games anyway. Last 3 games he has been killing it. So Mark Williams' PRA line is up to 29.5. This line is inflated. We took it the last game versus the Jazz, and this was at 22.5, and we locked him in. So this line has been bumped by 7. Now Mark Williams covered it. It was the same prop. It was 28.5, 29.5 the last game versus the Bulls, and obviously Vucevic doesn't play defense, so it's a good matchup. Playing against Dallas tonight, still a good matchup for our man Mark Williams. 29.5 is still high. If you want to lock him in, you can. I'm playing him at 29.5. This season, he's only cashed just 4 of 16 games. Now, the big kicker for our man Mark Williams is when he gets minutes, the dude is a beast. So he's averaging 22 minutes a game this season. So look at his minutes. 8, 10. He's barely getting any minutes. He is kind of injury prone. But every game he's cashed, anything over like 29 minutes, he has cashed. Now, he had that one game at 28 where he had 28 PRA, but dude has been killing it, dude. He's playing over 30 minutes a game right now, 33 and 36 minutes his last 2 games, over 40 PRA his last 3 games. Dude has been a beast as of lately, averaging 35 PRA even with these 2 games here with 20 minutes. So I do think Mark Williams is going to have a good game. Like I said, the kicker is they traded Nick Richards. So Nick Richards is no longer a part of Charlotte. If you guys didn't know that, I'm sure most of you did. But that is why Mark Williams is getting so many minutes. So looking at Dallas, points PRA defense, they give up middle of the pack in every category, 12th in points, 19th rebounds, 15th in assists. Go to center position, bottom 10 defense in every category. So 23rd in points, 21st in rebounds, and 26th in assists. So they give up tons of stats to the center position. Mark Williams head-to-head data, his last game versus Dallas back in 2023. He had 30. It's the only matchup we got here, but he still cashed it, and that was in 27 minutes. So Mark Williams, as long as this game stays close, should get over 30 minutes today unless he gets injured. Knock on wood. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he stays healthy because he's actually pretty dang good. He's impressed me, man. I like Mark Williams now. Just seeing 340 PRA games, which surprised me every time he got it. But hopefully he can keep this streak going for us. So I'm going to pull up the Charlotte versus Dallas game. We're going to pull up Mark Williams, and we're going to do the same thing we've been doing with these season shot chart points. So looking at this, I don't know why this is stuck. How do I get that off? Okay. So obviously, center, he's going to shoot majority of his shots under the goal, 83%. Everything's going to be from inside the paint, obviously. 98% of his shots in the paint. Opponent's defense, 15th and 20th in the same shot zones. They do give up 30th in corner threes on the right-hand side over here if you want to look at that. But versus, still everything on here is going to be in the yellow. So overall, everything still looks pretty good, man. There's nothing bad at all. So you can see Dallas doesn't have a good defense anywhere except for behind the arc 3 points. But everything else is going to be middle of the pack, bottom 10. So other than that, everything looks good for Mark Williams, man. If you look at a similar player versus the Mavericks, 7 of 15 cash by position, and there is no by props madness or whatever, so I can't click that. But overall, man, everything looks good for Mark Williams. Line is inflated, though, so if you do want to fade it, I wouldn't blame you at all because that line is high. But I'm going to risk it tonight with Mark Williams, and hopefully he cashes me out. So his points prop is sitting at 15.5. Honestly, I do like his points prop as well. If you wanted to take points, he had 19 last game. He's been getting a lot of rebounds too, man. He actually, how many assists did he have his last game? So had 3, 2, 4, 3 assists in his last few games. So he's been getting a lot of assists. He has a season high of 5 versus Washington. So he could pull out a high assist game tonight, especially if LaMelo's hot. Looking at injury news, Brandon Miller is out this game. So that does, Brandon Miller's played his last 2 games, I believe. So obviously, that's going to lead to more usage for Mark Williams as well. Doncic is out, so that could keep the game even closer. Hopefully, it's not a blowout or anything. But Derek Lively's game time decision. So there are some things you can look at here and make some different decisions with. But I do like Mark Williams, and I'm going to lock him in. So that is pick number 3 of the day. Mark Williams over points, rebounds, and assists at 29.5. So let's see, 29.5. You can get him over here on Parlay Play, and we'll see if he's on Prizepicks for the same value. So Mark Williams, it is 30 on Prizepicks. Don't take the bump. I mean, it only adds push potential. It's okay to take at 30 if you just only have money on Prizepicks. That is fine to take. Don't go at 30.5. Don't take another bump. But 29.5 over on Parlay Play if you want to get it there. So that is our third pick. We have one more play. This one is going to be a goblin over on, I believe it's on Prizepicks. If not, you can get it on Parlay Play. And go take our man Jaylen Green points. So you can get him at 19.5 or 18.5 over here on Prizepicks. You can get him at 19.5 on Parlay Play. 19.5 is what I locked him in at over. I got 20 plus points on Sleeper. So I locked him in. So over pretty much 20 points. As long as he gets 20, we are going to cash. And you can get the same value on Parlay Play. 19.5 points. And I'm locking him in. So obviously we know Rockets are playing against Detroit. Detroit doesn't have a very good defensive in terms of stats. They give up quite a few stats. We'll pull up Jaylen Green real quick. Jaylen Green, over 19.5 points. He has cashed this in 9 of his last 10 games with that one miss being a hook. He's cashed it 56% this season, head-to-head. He's cashed it 2 of his last 3 versus Detroit. Only one from this season, he had 15 points. Looking at Detroit's points defense, they give up 16th in the league in points allowed at 113.5 per game. Go to the guard position, give up 12th to point guard, give up 10th to shooting guard. So I was mistaken on how many stats they give up. They don't give up many stats to the guard position. Ends up being 11th in the league, which is almost a bottom or almost a top 10 defense. So he has been absolutely killing it this season, or at least his last 10 games anyway. Dude is hot right now, man. I gotta keep riding with the Jaylen Green. He's shooting around 17.2 attempts per game on the season. Look at his last 10 games; it goes all the way up to 20. So if he's shooting 20 shots a game, man, anybody shooting 20 shots a game, shooting 50 to 60% field goal percentage, I've got to lock him in for 19.5 points because that line's just low. A 42-point game versus Memphis. I think he's going to have another good game tonight. I'm going to lock him in. Jaylen Green, 19.5 points. We'll pull it up over here on, did it log me out? All right, so we're not going to pull this up on Props Madness because Props Madness is a pain in the butt to log in. I have to go verify through iCloud, all kinds of weird stuff. So not going to pull this one up on this chart because I don't feel like having to deal with a 10-minute ordeal to get logged in. But anyways, guys, that is going to be our 4th pick of the day. So looking at our 4 plays, little recap. We have our man Jalen Duren over 20.5 PRA. We have Walker Kessler. You can get him at 24.5. He was at 23.5. If you want to wait at 23.5, I really like it at 23.5. 24.5, not as much, but I do like to play, especially for a 1.87x payout on Parlay Play. So if you want to lock it in, you can. Parlay Play is going to be your better value here. Mark Williams is our 3rd pick over PRA, 29.5. A little bit risky here, and it does worry me slightly because that number is so inflated, but I do still like to play. And then we got Jaylen Green, 19.5 points. So lock them in if you like them, fade them if you don't. Those are our 4 picks. If you do play them all in one parlay, it's a 7.5x over on Parlay Play. I don't recommend doing it that way. I recommend breaking them off into 2-man slips, but it's totally up to you guys how you want to do it. But anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Leave a like and a comment on this video for a chance at free VIP, and I will see y'all in tomorrow's video.